Hello, say hi when you come in the chat so I know you're in the chat. Hello. Welcome, 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 welcome. Say hello when you come in the chat. Hi, Carol. How are you? Hi, Madeline. How are you? Hi, Aaliyah. The Doctors, 74. Hi, Jamara. I can't pronounce that. I need to say hello in the chat when you come in. I know the background is kind of fuzzy. Kind of out of focus, but it says keep asking, keep seeking, and knocking. How far are you into your transition? I don't know what that means. If you mean a spiritual transition, I'm about a decade. It's been about a decade. Welcome, welcome, welcome. MTF. I don't know what that is. It sounds like I need to block you. Welcome. Say hello when you come in the room. My background says keep asking, keep seeking, and knocking. Welcome. That's what we're going to talk about tonight. Keep asking, keep seeking, and knocking. Welcome. Say hello when you join so that I know you. Hi, Nikki. Hi, King. Welcome into the room. The background says keep asking, seeking, and knocking. If you are a part of my tribe, go ahead and drop an emoji, a heart in the chat, a red heart in the chat. If it's your first time here in one of my lives, drop a purple heart. Say hello when you enter the room. Keep asking, keep seeking, keep knocking. That's what we're going to talk about. In a minute, I'm going to pray, and then we're going to get into it. So say hello, drop a red heart in the chat if you're in the room. If you are a part of this tribe, if you've been a part of the vibe that we had going on in the last few lives that we had, stay, sit a while, interact. But yeah, so it's a lot of folks in here right now. So let me go ahead and start with the first prayer. Holy Spirit, holy angels, divine guides, archangels, and ancestors sent to us for our highest and greatest good. Grant us wisdom on this journey. Lend us your peace during our time of uncertainty, and open our eyes to the seen and unseen things concerning ourselves and our loved ones for our highest and greatest good. Amen. Ashe, so mote it be. I see that my moderators are in here, so I'm already getting some spam. But that's okay because I'm not worried about it. So today we're going to be talking about greetings, Queen. Greetings. How are you? We're going to filter out the chat. I did already pray, but we'll say it once again because I got my backup in the room. So, block notifications, please. Holy Spirit, holy angels, divine guides, archangels, and ancestors sent to us for our highest and greatest good. Grant us wisdom on this journey. Send us your peace during our times of uncertainty and open our eyes to the seen and unseen things concerning ourselves and our loved ones for our highest and greatest good. Amen. Ashe, so mote it be. Let's get it. What Ray been feeling about me lately, and when we see each other in the future. I think you lost in the sauce, but you might need to stay in this room. Angela, I don't know if you think that this is like a reading, but you might need to stay in the room. You might need to stay in the room. Keep asking, keep seeking, and keep knocking. Keep asking, keep seeking, keep knocking. They are trying to block your live. That's not real. Let me block them. That's a spam account. I don't know what's wrong with people. Yeah, that's a spam account. So I just blocked them. Yeah, that's a fake account. So I don't know how to pronounce it, but I didn't really quite understand your question, but I think it was about something in your personal life. Maybe during the live we might touch on it. Maybe you might get your answers. I don't know. Thank you. You said lots of blessings. Same to you as well. So anywho, keep asking, keep seeking, keep knocking. So that was the word that I heard. And we're going to see how we can get into it. Because those that ask shall receive. Those that seek will find. And those that knock, the door shall be open. Those that ask shall receive. Those that seek shall find. And those who knock, the door shall be open. And I think that's easy enough to understand. And don't ask amiss. And I think that's easy enough to understand. I think it's the second part of that in Luke that we kind of miss, where it says continue to do it. Be persistent in your asking. Be persistent in your seeking. Be persistent in your knocking, right? It's not, oh, I asked, nothing happened. I was looking, I ain't find it. I knocked on the door, nobody opened it. The second part of that in Luke 11 is to continue to knock. Be persistent in your knocking. Be persistent in your asking. And if you are persistent in your asking, you shall receive. Right? Be persistent in your asking and you shall receive. Be persistent in your seeking and you shall find. Be persistent in your knocking and the door shall be open, right? Every time be intentional. Absolutely. Absolutely. I think we get that one little piece may get us lost in the sauce just a little bit. Welcome, Ultimate Loyalty. I like that. I like your name. Yeah, the persistent part, I think we get to a point to where you said, well, I asked and nothing happened. And I was looking and I didn't find anything. And I started knocking and nobody opened the door because I was trying to open this business, right? And I was asking all the right questions and I was seeking the information that I needed. And I was knocking on these people's doors and asking them to open up opportunities for me. And it just didn't seem like they were going to do it. So, you know. But you got to be persistent. And not only, oh, come on, Holy Spirit. Not only is it that you're being persistent, because this is common sense what I'm saying now. It ain't even got to be that deep. This is just common sense. This is a law of the universe. If you keep doing something in the energy that you are doing, if you continually do it over and over and over in a routine, you become that, and it has to manifest for you, right? So it's not the keep asking, keep seeking and knocking, but you gotta keep going. You gotta be persistent in it, persistent in it, persistent in it, persistent in what you're asking for, what you're seeking, what you're not, the doors you're knocking on. And I feel like I'm going to have to repeat this again, but that's okay. Not only is it the persistence of the action, it goes on to say, if you knock on your friend's door at midnight, and that's where it got me because it said the time. It didn't say if you knock on, like in the middle of the night. It said if you knock on a friend's door in the middle of the night. Not just knock, but specifically in the middle of the night. At a specific time when your friend turn you away if you ask for bread for your home or your household, or a friend that comes in to visit you. If you banging on my door in the middle of the night asking for bread, am I going to say, child, I'm asleep. Me and my kids, we're done for the evening. Come back another time. Or is it more likely that in the middle of the night, if you continue to persistently knock on my door at the right time, even if I don't want to do it, I might just get up and do it just because I want you to get away from my door at midnight. But you still got your blessing. So what I divinely understood about that was not only, come on, shirt, not only was it the persistence of my action, it was my persistence in the right moment that caused that door to open, that caused me to find the thing that I was seeking, that caused me to get the thing that I was asking for. Listen, this good to me all by myself. I'm gonna just be real with y'all. Y'all leave me alone. That's good to me all by myself. Welcome. I'm gonna run that back. That was good to me. Welcome Kim. Welcome Felicia. Yeah, that was good to me all by myself. Keep asking, keep seeking, keep knocking, right? Being persistent in the thing that you're asking for, persistent in the thing that you are asking to receive, right? Persistent in the information or the help or whatever it is that you're seeking, knowledge, wisdom, I hear. And persistent on the doors that you're knocking on. And we also know that we always say the opportunity is knocking at the door, right? Persistent in it, but don't miss the part where it also says at the right time, though. It's a thing that we like to talk about called divine timing, right? And that's cool about divine timing. Most people will say, I'm just waiting on the right time, divine timing, divine timing, divine timing. That's correct. We are waiting on a divine time. But what are you waiting to do in that divine moment? In the right moment, the divine moment, what is the action that you're taking in the divine moment? You're still asking, you need to still be seeking, we need to still be knocking. So when the right time comes around, like I said before, if you banging on your neighbor door at the right time of night, in the middle of the night, because that's what the scripture say. It said if you bang on a friend's door at midnight, will they turn you away and say, oh, go away? And if you still continue to bang on that door at the right time, will they not get up and give you the thing that you're asking for, the blessing that you need? I know if you knock on my door at midnight and all you asking for is some bread or you asking for something, the first thing in my head is going to say, what is going on? It's the middle of the night. Let me get up. Now you got my attention. Because it definitely is the right time in the middle of the night to get my attention if you banging on the door. And then the thing that you're asking for, I'm like, well, dog, it must be urgent. It has to be of most importance if they have to knock on my door at the right time. Yeah. Wishing to me is an unproductive action in my opinion. Waiting. Waiting to me is unproductive. Listen, we talk about waiting. I don't think that in a sense, like I understand what you're saying because I feel that same way. Like we waiting, but does that mean I am idle? Am I gonna be idle? Because that's not what scripture says. Scripture said, keep asking, keep seeking, keep knocking. Keep isn't it means to be continued. So in order for me to keep doing something, I have to be in constant motion, right? I am constantly doing it over and over and over. The word I'm looking for is repetition. Right. Yeah. So that's why I said, yeah, Kim, I do. I agree. Yeah, because if you're just waiting, but you're just waiting, right? If you're doing something while waiting, you are being productive. Hello. And for some reason, and y'all know I said it before in the last live, I asked God to give me a word, an in-season word, an on-time word, and more More times than not, he gives me a word to bless me, because that's how it should be. A word comes to you first, and then you're able to deliver it once you've been able to process it and chew on it a little bit, right? And so I went on and I read about that, and like I said, the thing that jumped out to me the most was, it wasn't about that I hadn't heard this word before, that I didn't know this lesson before, that I didn't hear this parable before about asking you shall receive, seeking you shall find, knock and the door shall be open. It was the keep part that I missed. Keep doing it. And the right time, divine timing, at the right time. Because if I'm still asking, like Kim said, and I'm still knocking on the door, even though I might have came 30 minutes early because I didn't know. I got excited. I showed up 30 minutes early. But if I'm still knocking 30 minutes later, and 30 minutes from the time I showed up is my divine time, then I'm right on time. I didn't miss it, because I was still knocking. I was still asking. I was still seeking at the right time. Yeah. So keep asking, keep seeking, keep knocking. And today, today I was talking to a friend. FYP, exactly. Okay. And, this is something new to me with the lives and being comfortable speaking up like this on social media. But it is what it is. We all have our purpose. And I was getting, I want to say, nervous and doubtful, right? Starting to doubt whether or not this is what, I need to do. Am I called to do this? Just self-doubt creeping in, because I'm human just like everybody else. We all have self-doubt. It creeps in, it creeps in, it creeps in. You can try to fight it, but that flesh gonna rise up on you and want to tell you something different. And even with that, I realized if you let the self-doubt defeat you, if you let the self-doubt take root, you will stop asking, you will stop seeking, and you will stop knocking. And when your time comes, the right time, the divine time, you will be out of position. You will be out of place. It's another parable that we talk about with the bridegrooms, and I know everybody know it, but that just came to my mind too. At the right time to get your oil. Yeah, Kim. At the right time. If I allow self-doubt to creep in, take hold, take root, then I will not keep asking. You would doubt that asking has a purpose. Why am I asking for something and nobody's gonna help me anyway? Why am I asking and I already know these people don't support me? Why do I keep asking and keep getting rejection after rejection after rejection every time I put in my job application? I keep asking somebody, and my friend, I ask them about a job, and then I ask this person about what opportunity was here. Why do I keep asking? I've been looking for the answers. Everybody's on spiritual journeys. Everybody's on healing journeys. Indefinite continued progress of existence and events in the past, present, and future regarded. Time. The definition of time. The definition of time. Indefinite continued progress of existence and events in the past, present, and the future regarded. Oh, okay. And that's what self-doubt does. It makes you stop the keep asking. It makes you stop that word indefinite. Absolutely. That word indefinite. No ending to it. The keep. Persistence. keep on, keep going, keep asking, keep seeking. Yeah, indefinite. And keep knocking. And that was something I felt, moved to share. It's been a few minutes. It might be a little more people in here if you weren't here earlier. I don't know what's going to happen or what we're going to talk about. I'm going to flow with you. You can flow with me. We're having a conversation. It's just only that I'm the only voice that can be heard. But we're definitely having a conversation. I just have to read your response in the chat and your flow in the conversation in the chat. But this is a conversation. And you know what? If there's something that you want to talk about, you can drop it in the chat. But this is where we're gonna start tonight, at the keep asking, keep seeking, and keep knocking. I appreciate y'all for sharing the live, contributing, gives, likes, all of that. Tap the like button. Let's run back to prayer one more time for new people that might have came in. Holy Spirit, holy angels, divine guides, archangels, and ancestors sent to us for our highest and greatest good. Grant us wisdom on this journey. Lend us your peace during our times of uncertainty, and open our eyes to the seen and unseen things concerning ourselves and our loved ones. Amen. Ashe, so mote it be. So we were on the topic of the keep. Because let me tell you something that happened to me today. Somebody said to me that about calling this room the manifestation room. And instinctually I shrunk back from it, right? And that may seem like crazy because it's like, why? It's just the word manifestation. But I felt such a pressure from that. And then I read the definition of manifestation, and I realized it's the sign or symptom of being in alignment, right? And there's more to the definition, but that's basically what it is. And if that's not what this is or what I want that to be, with I bring in our concentrated energy into one place and focusing it for each other on targets of what we are trying to manifest or what we are praying for or what we are desiring with no harm to any, that's absolutely what I would like to do. That's absolutely what I would like to do, and that's absolutely what I'm asking Spirit to do, and bringing together like-minded people, like-minded souls that are a part of that type of alignment. Yeah. So, welcome. If you are in the room, come on, shirt. So, yeah. Back to it. And even with the keep asking, keep seeking, keep knocking, that's all a part of manifestation as well. We say it all the time because as the world evolves, our vocabulary evolves, trending words change, and we speak this all the time in regards to manifesting, right? And before we were saying manifesting, we were saying faith. Or pray without ceasing. Like, it's all the same. It's the energy that matters to me. It's the energy that matters to me. I'm not too much worried about the words that you're using, but the energy that's behind it, right? And I know that there are a lot of folks out in the world who have great ideas, good ideas, ideas that are meant for the community, for the collective. And they're in their moment where they're saying, I've been asking a long time. I've been seeking a long time. I've been knocking a long time, And it's like, in that moment, I hope that if you're in this room, that Spirit brings it back to your remembrance and about the right time. And that if you keep going, and if you keep asking, and you keep seeking, and you keep knocking, the divine timing has to meet you there. It has to align with it. Because if I'm constantly doing something in this parallel, if the Spirit can help me to rightly divine it, and all I'm doing is waiting for this timeline to catch up with me, or for me to catch up with it, the time is there. The time is there. You just got to still be knocking when the time comes. You still just have to be still seeking when the time comes. You just still have to be knocking when the time comes. And I also don't believe that Spirit gives us desires in our heart for, for no reason at all. Welcome, Miss Lynn. For no reason at all. Like, it's just no reason that you have a desire to open a business that's going to somehow support your community, and it's to the harm of none, right? It's for the greater good. And it's for some reason you have this in you, this yearning, this unction to do it. I don't believe that's coincidental. And I don't believe that Spirit is going to allow it to not come to fruition based on something in Spirit, right? Now, whether or not it comes to fruition is based on what I believe is that theory of what we're talking about now. Keep asking, keep seeking, keep knocking at the right time, right? The quantitative property that is transferred to a body or to a physical system, energy definition. At the right time. Now, I'm going to tell you, y'all, my charger pulled my phone crooked. So, one of my things also is, I don't know why I'm hearing that, even though that sounds like counter-intuitive of what we're saying is, though. Now, once the door has opened, once you have received what you're asking for, once you find what you have been seeking, right, and the door has been opened, you have to go, right? You have to execute on it. Once you have the thing that you've been asking for, did you just ask for it to hold up space? Did you just ask for it to see if it was a possibility? Was there a reason behind that? Did you seek the information just because you wanted the information? Was there any purpose for the information? Were you planning on using the information for things? Were you just knocking on the door to be an annoyance, to see if the door would open for your opportunity, or you actually mean to do something with your asking, seeking, and knocking? And I'm not downing anyone, because I'm talking to myself. I just happen to be sharing it on live with you. So I think not only is that important, but it's also important to understand is, if you're asking for something and you have absolutely no intention of doing anything with the thing once you receive it, what's the point? And if you're seeking something, or you're seeking information, or whatever you're seeking to find, and you have absolutely no intentions of doing anything with it, what's the point? And if you're knocking on a door that you have absolutely no intention of walking through, why are you doing it? And if we believe that Spirit is intelligent, do we not believe that Spirit knows that you have absolutely no intention of doing the thing that you're asking for, or doing anything, or being productive with the thing that you're asking for? This is my plight. When the door opens, run through it. When you find the information that you've been seeking, use it, spread it, teach it. Use it to get a grant for your business when you get the information that you've been seeking. Use it to improve the efficiency of the business that you wanted to open, that you asked God for. Right? Go. Do something with it. Welcome. Otherwise, it's just all divine time. It can come and go, and the thing could come and go, and it's no reason. It was no reason for it. Okay. Yeah. So that was one of the things that I want to talk about today. And one of the things that I was pondering was to keep asking, keep seeking, keep knocking. Continue to seek the thing that you're looking for, ask for the thing that you're looking for, and knocking. Don't get weary and well doing, as it says. Don't get weary and well doing. Keep going, because your time is coming. I believe that. I believe that for anybody who is aligned with me and my spirit guides and my spirit team and the God of my understanding, I believe your time will come. I believe your time will come. If you are aligned with the divine and you are aligned with the God of your understanding, I believe that the right time, your time, will come. You just have to still be there doing the work. If you off on break somewhere, you got distracted and went off somewhere else, then your time will come and go. And then maybe we'll get to do it again. Maybe that cycle will come back around. Because our life is a cycle. We live our life in a cycle. People make the same mistakes over and over. You do the same things over and over. Even if it's a different person, it looks like a different person, it looks like a different mistake, it's a cycle. You're doing the same things over and over and over until you break that cycle and you move on to the next. And you see if you can pass that test. And then you move on to the next. And you see if you can pass that test. And then you move on to the next. But life is a cycle. Like today was a cycle for me because something very simple. It was a song that I used to listen to by Mali Music called Go. And I listened to this song probably a decade ago is when I found the song. Like it was years ago. It had to be at least 10 years ago. If not very close. The song is called Go by Mali Music. And today, somehow, Spirit brought the song back to my remembrance, and I ended up listening to the song today. And in essence, the song is just about exactly what it says, that to go. But not only is it about going, it's about this young man pouring his heart out saying, you know, I want the spirit in me to be perceived right. You know, I don't want to go pressure cooker, right? And the self-doubt that comes along with being intentional, because you are very conscious of the fact that when you dibble and dabble in the spirit and then you so-called put yourself out there in front of people and you so-called yourself teaching, that's a heavy responsibility. Because it just may so happen that somebody will follow your teaching. So it does bring in accountability. It brings in a way of the accountability of it. It makes it more, the mantle feels heavier. But even in that, the song says, I still gotta go. I still got to go. The Holy Spirit still telling me to go. I still got to keep growing. I still got to keep glowing. I got to go. And so I listened to it and I listened to it and I listened to it. And I said, well, we're going to see we're going to see what happens, what Spirit does in the room, and I'm going to keep my hands off of it, and I'm just going to be willing to go. My goal is this. My yes to my goal is this. It's to turn it on the live, to start speaking, and to allow Spirit to flow through myself and anyone that's joining me, because it's not just about me. I just so happen to be speaking on the live. So we're going to allow Spirit to move in the way that Spirit wants to move in the manifestation room. One day I'm going to put that in my tag, the manifestation room, because it says, finding my tribe. Yeah, it's pressure. It's pressure on my chest now. It's pressure on my chest. But at some point, you have to start believing in yourself and know that you're built for it. Right? Now I'm going to get a little cocky about it. I want y'all to get confident and cocky about it too. Right? I was built for this. Built for this. Compared to other things, me sitting on a live, there ain't nothing. I can sit here and talk all I want to. Because I'm telling you, I was built for this in the Spirit. And I know that we all are searching in our way. Girl, go ahead and brag on you. I know that's right. There are all things that we're looking for, right? You may call it something else. You may call it, I don't know what you call your God, the God of your understanding. That's why I say the God of your understanding. Because again, I don't care about the actual words you're using. I care about the energy and the frequency that you flow from. I care about the energy that you reside in. And that frequency on that thought or that movement or that action or that want or that desire originated from. So whatever you call the God of your understanding, I'm not listening for the word. I'm waiting in anticipation to feel. I'm waiting in anticipation to test the Spirit by the Spirit, because they say deep call unto the deep. Okay, so that's where we at today. And then I said to the Spirit, I'm not going to waste an opportunity, no matter if it's 1 million people or 2 people. I don't care. I'm not going to waste an opportunity to reach a soul, to speak to a soul, let her cook right. Come on. You see what I'm saying? Why would I miss the opportunity holding back? Because even now, I told my friend, I said, I censor myself a lot. I censor myself. It's funny how we censor ourselves in a good thing. Like, it doesn't matter it doesn't matter if who I am really right now, what I'm speaking on, because what I'm speaking on is good. It is no harm to any, and it can only make you feel better. It can only put something good inside of you, right? So we hold back on the good things of the Spirit. But when it comes to things that are not so good, we be wild as hell out in the street. You don't care nothing about how you proceed when it's like that. When we run around telling people, well, I don't give a damn. You don't censor yourself for that. But I censor myself in the things of the Spirit and in my gift. And I know now that censor has nothing to do with the responsibility of it, and more to do with the self-doubt of it, because truth be told, I'm not responsible. Spirit is responsible. Because if the Spirit didn't want me talking on this live, something would happen to where it would not be able to go out. And that it would not reach vulnerable people, even if I got on here. Nobody could be harmful if that's what Spirit wanted. So I'm not going to miss a moment of holding myself back from you, and I hope you don't hold yourself back from me. All right, with alignment. Welcome in. If you're just coming in, say hello in the chat. Drop some red hearts in the chat. Say hello, sister nice. Say hello. Come on, confidence. Hello, yes. Come on, confidence. Because what's the point? At this point, the only thing that I feel like what happened is that I wouldn't get what I need from the Spirit, and possibly someone else might not get it. And I think that that matters more than my ego, or whether or not I feel embarrassed, or whether or not I feel uncomfortable. And so I'm going to keep asking, I'm going to keep seeking, and I'm going to keep knocking on the door. And I'm going to knock, and I'm going to knock, and I'm going to knock, and I'm going to knock. I'm going to knock when the people pass me by on the street and say, she crazy. You know, she been standing at that door for 3 days knocking on that door. Them people still ain't came out. And I'm going to keep asking Spirit for stuff when they say, you know, she been praying for that about 20 years. God, I hope it don't be 20 years, but I'm not going to lie to you and tell you that I don't have some things that I've asked for 20 years, but I also can't say that I didn't hold them up. So, yeah, I just going to flow last night. Of course, this is like the 4th live. It's not totally organized and mapped out, and I hope maybe it never will be. Last night we did call out the things that we wanted, but I'm gonna wait because I'm not sure. Right, I want to make sure we asking and seek and knocking in the right moment, like I talked about before. The verse in Luke 11 says, if you knock on your friend's door at midnight, which is the right moment, which is the right time to be getting what you're asking for, will they not give it to you? That's me paraphrasing. It says a lot more than that, but that was me paraphrasing in the right moment. So, and for some reason, it, like I said, it says keep asking, not keep asking, just asking, right? Because the verse before that is, those that ask shall receive, and the ones who seek shall find, and the ones that keep knocking, the door shall be open. It's a complete thought. It's a complete instruction. And also, it not only does it give you the complete instruction, it also tells you the result. So not only are you getting the instruction on your actions, what you should be doing, when you should be doing it, and what is to come of it, the actual result of it. Right? The what is, you keep asking, you keep seeking, you keep knocking. The when is at the right time, at the divine time, at midnight is what the scripture said, because that was the divine time for that particular parable. And the result is, if you ask, you will receive. If you seek, you will find. And if you knock, the door will be open to you. And something so clear like that, how could you not? To me, I don't even feel like that had to be biblical. Like, that didn't have to be spiritual. That almost sounds like common sense. How could I not trust that, right? How could I not get that or conceive that or have an understanding of that? So, yeah. So welcome for those of you who are joining or you're in here. I can't really tell who stays in the room or it changes. I just flow. I'm just going to flow with it. And, you know, I ask that, again, I pray that the word is on time and in season. Keep flowing water. For whoever is to join, I pray that. Right? A part of that same prayer. Grant me wisdom. Grant me wisdom. Let me peace and open my eyes. Give me sight. Supernatural sight to see the unseen things and the seen things. Right? So, what are we asking for? What are we seeking? What door are we knocking on that we need to be opened? Are we in alignment? Are you in the right room with your tribe? to get an energetic boost, to have those that are in alignment with you, to have those that are support to you to come into alignment with you for your manifestation, for your prayer, for your desire. What is that thing that you're asking for, that you're seeking, that you're knocking for? Come on, Spirit. What is that thing? What is the thing that we're asking for, that we're seeking and knocking and asking for? I mean, and sometimes I feel like I don't even know, because I got to ask the question about what was I waiting on today, and I had absolutely no idea what the answer was. Sometimes we don't know. Maybe that's the first step, is to actually define and identify what you're asking for, what you're actually seeking, why you're seeking it. And the door that you're knocking on, are you sure that's where you want to go? Do you want to go there? Do you want to do that? If they open that door, are you prepared to do or complete the action that it takes to walk through that door? I don't know. Yeah. But I do pray this. I pray that anybody that is energetically aligned with me in the spirit, like I say, finding my tribe, that you will receive the thing that you're asking for, and that you will find the information that you're seeking, and that the door that you're knocking on will be open for you. Because if you're energetically aligned with me, I know I don't have to say with no harm to any, because that's the frequency that I'm on. I pray that the spirit would not withhold no good thing from you. And that you're able to move into the rooms, into circles and communities that you need to be a part of, that it's a necessity for your progress. I pray that those doors will be open for you in alignment with what Spirit wants for your life. I pray that you will get supernatural understanding in your seeking of knowledge or wisdom and understanding, in alignment with what Spirit wants for your life. I pray that in your asking, you receive swiftly the things and the resources and the necessities that you need in order for Spirit to fulfill the purpose in your life, in alignment with what the Spirit wants for your life. And I pray that for anybody connected through this live, in my personal life, that's in alignment with what Spirit is doing in this moment. In this moment. I do. I thoroughly pray that. Ashe. I pray that your eyes are opened, that you are able to see the path that you're taking. And not only are you able to see the path, but you have the courage to take the steps. I pray you have the courage to start your journey. I pray you have the stamina and the fortitude to continue in your journey. I pray that Spirit sends you resources in abundance as you travel on your journey. I pray that Spirit sends you people with genuine hearts that are aligned with the Spirit, that are aligned with the Most High, that are aligned with your highest and greatest good to support you and encourage you as you walk on your journey. No matter what that journey looks like, I pray that for you. As long as you're aligned, I pray that for you. I pray that self-doubt is now a thing of your past. Something that you will look back on, not with regret, but with fondness of, like it was a childhood toy. I remember when I used to doubt myself. I remember when I didn't feel confident. And only in remembrance so that you can be of assistance to someone who is currently going through experiencing self-doubt or not believing in themselves. So welcome. Yeah. Holy Spirit, holy angels, divine guides, archangels, and ancestors sent to us for our highest and greatest good. Grant us wisdom on this journey and lend us your peace during our times of uncertainty, and open our eyes to the seen and unseen things concerning ourselves and our loved ones for our highest and greatest good. Amen. Ashe, so mote it be. I don't know what's to come. I don't know what is to come in your life. I don't know what you're trying to manifest. I don't know what you're praying for. I don't know what you're desiring. But if you are in alignment with purpose for the collective, I pray that any obstacle in your way is removed immediately. I'm pausing because I'm trying to hear from spirit. Because that's the only way to do it. That's the only way to do it. So I'm not going to move fast. I'm not going to move. I'm not going to orchestrate nothing for the spirit. I'm not going to orchestrate. I'm not going to curate an experience. I'm going to allow it to flow organically and be what it needs to be for myself, for you. Tap it in. Hey, Angela. We just going to let it flow. I don't know if we waiting on somebody or waiting on the spirit. But I'm just going to let it flow. We're just going to let it flow because I can feel it bubbling up, but not, and I'm going to wait for the right time, the divine time. But while I wait, I'm going to keep asking. I'm going to keep seeking. I'm going to keep knocking. We say spirit is here. That's true. Spirit is here. Because I just said it earlier. God invoked or not invoked is still present. So whether you know to call in the spirit or not call in the spirit, he's present. You just got to keep asking, keep seeking, and keep knocking. Right? And I don't know what it is, but I feel like something is pulling on me, but not in a bad way. Pulling me more, and I guess it's just the energetic pull from like a yearning or a wanting for something. And my only answer to that is keep asking, keep seeking, keep knocking. If you continue to ask, you will receive. If you seek, you will find. And if you knock, the door will be open to you. And all you have to do is rest in that. You can rest in that. You can close your eyes tonight and sleep well in that. Sleep well in the fact that you are divinely, and there you go. that you are divinely protected. Whoever you are connected to someone in this chat, or you're in this chat, or you're watching this chat, or this live, or whoever you are connected some kind of way, that person, you are divinely protected. You are divinely protected, and you can rest in that. You can get peace in that. You can rest in that. You can close your eyes and sleep and rest and have peace in the knowing that you are divinely protected. Whether or not it feels like you're protected or you're safe in the natural, in the spirit, you are divinely protected. And you don't have to worry about that. You can rest in that. No harm will come nigh your dwelling place. Wherever you're laying your head, no harm will come nigh your dwelling place. Not to your door, around it, anywhere. You are divinely protected, and you can rest in that. And you can say that I am divinely protected. I don't have to stay up at night worried about it. Mm-hmm. Whatever you're asking for, whatever you're seeking, whatever you're knocking for, believe that you have already received it. Move as if you've already had it. Make the decisions in life based on the fact that the thing that you asked for, you already received it. Make the decision about the business based on the fact that the thing that you were seeking, you already received it. Move as if it has already happened for you, because if you move as if it has already happened for you, it has happened for you. You're just walking it out in this timeline. But in the divine, it has already happened. So make that decision based on the fact that you have the thing that you're asking for. Make the decision based on, now, as if the door was already open. What would you do if you had the loan for the business? How would you act if you got that loan approved for your business? What would you do if the building that you wanted to get was there? What would you do if the rent money that you asked to borrow, they already gave it to you? How would you feel energetically is what I'm trying to say. How would you emotionally equate having the thing that you are desiring, having the thing that you are praying for, having the thing that you are trying to manifest? Emotionally and energetically put yourself in that state. Jump time, because we can do that. Jump time travel into the moment of where you actually received the thing that you asked for, the thing that you were seeking, the door that you were knocking on was open. Energetically, emotionally, sit and feel the feeling that you know you would feel if that happened for you. I promise you gonna time jump. I promise you that's the same thing it said, ask and have faith, right? Have faith. Or we say manifest. Whatever the word is that resonates with you, do that. I also always talk about this thing, and I call it emotional alchemy, right? And alchemy is like a science of transmutation or transforming one thing to another thing, another element to this element. So what I want you to do is emotionally transmute the feeling of lack. Take that same energy that you have, the anxiety and worry, as strong as you feel that, I want you to literally trick yourself into feeling what it would feel like to not have that anxiety about the thing that you're asking for. To not have the feeling of lack or scarcity for the thing that you're searching for, or the door, the opportunity that you want. Just sit within yourself and say, how would I feel? Not think, move, or anything. How would I feel? Emotions is the most powerful thing that you can use in your manifestation. Emotions are the secret to your manifestations. If you can feel it, right? If I believe what I feel. That's why anxiety is so real to us. If you can feel it, that you already received the loan. You feel that I already received the car. I feel that I already have the house. I feel that I already got the loan. I feel that the business is already open. I feel that I already made $1 million in return on my first business. That feeling is going to time travel you, catapult you into the reality of, and bring that thing into your current reality. Come on, man. Stop playing with me. And all you got to do is just sit there and feel it. I know how I would feel if I had $1 million. I can make that feeling. I can, let me tell you something. I can conjure, as they say, I can conjure that feeling up quickly. I just said again, thanks for the new car. Feel it. And then feel yourself driving it and what that feels like in your body. Baby, I'm whipping this thing. What do the AC feel like on your face in your new car? How does it smell? What color is it? What color are the seats? See yourself going to the parking lot, and all you do is you sit right here wherever you are, and you tell your mind that you're in your car. The mind has to do it. The mind has no idea, no difference. It cannot tell the difference between you just pretending, as they say, manifesting, or actually doing it. If I sit up here and cry about something that happened to me 10 years ago, my mind cannot tell the difference of whether or not it's 10 years ago and it's happening, or it's right now and it's happening. Your mind cannot tell the difference. So you sit, I'm going to sit right here. And all I'm going to do is tell myself and feel it. Start playing it out for yourself. Your house. Come on, okay. I feel my help coming. Wait a minute. Your house that you want to go get. I dare you. I dare you to tell me what color the walls are in the house you keep asking for. I dare you to tell me what color are the walls in the house that you keep asking for. I dare you to tell me what colors did you decorate the bathroom. I'm dead serious, y'all. Like, I'm really, really serious. Because the mind cannot tell the difference. So if it can't tell the difference, you already got it in your spirit, right? You putting all it's boiling up from your creation center, from the center, from your belly, down where it's a little further below your belly, from your sacral. It's creating here, and it's boiling up through the next spaces, but it got to get through the antenna, which is your mind up here, to get out there like a radio frequency. So all you got to do is bring your mind, your thoughts into alignment, and the brain cannot tell if you are not actually standing in a house with white walls. And it has this amount of bedrooms, and the children's room is this color, and I'm driving a car, a Mercedes-Benz that's white, and the interior is this color, ash gray, and I'm driving. Your mind cannot tell the difference. So the mind said, oh, that's the frequency. Oh, this is who. Oh, okay, no problem. Oh, because see, I was over here. That's the wrong place. My frequency is of a woman or a man who drives this Mercedes-Benz. And I promise you, it's coming to you. It is the law of the universe. It's the law of your religion if you believe religiously. Either way I'm telling it to you, Spirit have proven it to you. That is the law. The universe do not make distinctions between yes, no, have, don't. Only what you are putting out. If you are putting out that you are driving this Benz, the law of the universe says you must drive the Benz. Now, the question, let's go back to what we were saying is, are you going to keep asking? Are you going to keep seeking? Are you going to keep knocking? Because I'm telling you, the secret is your emotion, the feeling. That is the secret to the sauce. I don't know why I haven't heard that a lot. People talk about manifestation. But I'm telling you, I'm even telling myself now, because a lot of times we get wrapped up and we forget. The secret sauce, the secret in the sauce is your emotion. You know how I know it's your emotion? Not only because Spirit revealed it to me, because I'm a thinker. I like to sit, ponder, and I'm always trying to prove something wrong. I'm going to get over that. If you are angry, so let's use a negative emotion, because anger is one of the most powerful emotions that people use to manifest, and they have no idea that they're doing it. Anger and sorrow. Anger and sorrow and anxiety, but it's really only two emotions, fear and love. That's it, but whatever. When you're angry, that emotion can overtake you in a way, and people would say, I blacked out. I blacked out, but their body was still animated. They were still moving and going and doing stuff, but they so angry, they said, I blacked out. I just flipped out. Well, something was working, right? Anger is a very strong emotion, and you can, in your anger, manifest things, and in most times, a horrible act of violence, especially if it has something to do with passion. And it's so strong. Let me tell you how strong emotions is. If you get upset and you commit a crime in a certain specific way, they have created a law and they call it a crime of passion. I have never heard anything in my life that the judicial system made exceptions for in regards to how you felt. Well, I feel like I'm innocent, right? Well, I feel like I was ignorant and I didn't know. I feel like I didn't know but a crime of passion, that's how strong the emotion is, that lawmakers have decided that they must recognize it as an actual thing. And it's called a crime of passion. So I promise you, the secret sauce is the feeling. Somebody else is going to say, well, yeah, it's the feeling, but also you got to do this and you got to do that. No problem. Let me catch up with you. You can move your hands and do all kind of things, and you can make moves, right? And you can go after something, but I promise you, if the feeling in your body is not aligned with the thoughts in your mind, you will be working that whatever it is, that action, for a very long time. You have to use the feeling of it. You don't have to, because you can do whatever you want to, but I would recommend in your manifestations that the first thing you do is get into the feeling of it. To feel what it feels like to turn the key. I'm serious. I mean, get all into it. Turn the key into your home, into your business. What color is the key? What color is the door? Is it a glass stained door? Is it a wood door? What color is the wood door? Is it red? Did you always want a yellow door? And when it swings open, what does it sound like? Is it a silent door that opens? Is it a special creak that you hear when the door opens? And when you go into the house, what does the air smell like in the house? Live in that moment. I mean, living in the things that we take for granted every day in our current reality, right? In our current reality, you take for granted what your home smells like, what the walls are painted like, that spot that the kids made on the wall that you walked past and you saw it for 10 years and you don't think nothing of it because it's just been up there and da-da-da. It's been up there because it's a part of your reality, but if you paint over it, it won't be a part of your reality. So what scuff marks do you see in your house? What color is the tile on the floor? Do you have tile in every room? Is it carpet in this room? And what kind of carpet is it? Berber? Is it plush? What colors did you decorate? What does your best friend's laughter sound like in your room? My God. Yeah. What road do you take to work in your car? If you work, to your business, to your favorite place. When you travel on the highway, are you taking I-95? What does your car sound like when you go to a certain speed limit? What's the song that's on the radio? I promise, and I do not make promises, but Spirit is moving heavily on me to say these things. If you can get your feelings and emotions, I hear the Spirit saying, if you can master them, and master them that has nothing to do with oppressing them or suppressing them or keeping yourself at a certain level so you only show this amount of emotions. If you can master them, the key is to master them is to be able to use them at will. To conjure any emotion you want at will is to master your emotions. Mastering your emotions has absolutely nothing to do with the lack of an emotion. That's not what mastering the emotion is. Mastering the emotion means that I am the master of it, right? I am the master of the emotion. If I am the master of something, in charge of it, it moves and does at my will. Come on, Spirit. Come on, Shark. Master your emotions. Do not suppress your emotions. Do not try to, as they say, you should control. Okay, control. Great. That's good. But what you're trying to do is master them because you need to be able to conjure them at will and use them and send them out, put them at a certain level of energy and frequency just the way you like. Just the way you like. So if you're able to master it, and that's going to serve purpose even in a different form, because if I do get upset and I am the master of my emotions, I can tell that emotion back away, be replaced with joy, and it has to obey. It has to obey because I am its master. Come on, Shark. Yeah, that cool. I like that. I like that Spirit. I like that. Master your emotions. Not suppressing them. Not avoiding them. Not pretending like they don't happen. Master them. And once you have mastered this emotion or your emotions, you can conjure them and use them at will. So when I say to you, you need to use your emotions because emotions are the most powerful energy you can use and put out. When you love, oh my goodness, think about loving somebody. Think about the person that you loved, that maybe your first love, I don't know, but you was in love of. Baby, you couldn't tell you about this person. I mean, you are so in love, you can literally feel the love in your chest. You ever had that feeling, that pressure? I mean, in love. And how strong that was. And being in that kind of love, how it affects you physically. Like they say, I got a little pep in my step because I'm in love now. That's a fact. That's a fact. You ever seen a new couple in love? Baby, you can't wipe the smile off their face. It affects their entire being. It affects how they move at work. It affects how they respond to people. Things that used to get on their nerves as bad as it did, it don't get on my nerves now. You know why? Because, baby, when I get off, I'm going home to my baby. Say what you want, boss. I'm going to give you a little slack today because, baby, I'm in love. I feel good. I'm telling you. Master the emotion. You have at this point in life, I feel like every one of us have felt every emotion possible. So you already have a reference point of the emotion. You may have never driven a Benz, but I promise you, you know what it feels like to drive a car, right? And if you don't, try to take a test drive. I don't know how else to get that to you, but I feel like Spirit will reveal it to you, okay? And I know that you know, even if you have never had the experience, you know yourself. And you know what type of joy it would bring to you to drive the car that you want. To listen to your favorite song in your favorite car. And how you would be. And who would be sitting on the passenger side. And who would be sitting on the back seat. And the first place I'm going to take this car when I get it. All of that. Master the emotion. Then put the emotion to effective use. Put it to effective use. Spirit is on me to share this. And I'm going to share it. But I didn't want to because I feel braggadocious. But I need to. The car that's sitting in my driveway it was my dream car at the time. It's a Kia, right? That is how I got the car. I didn't even have a job when I got that car. Like, I'm not joking. It was pandemic 2020. The car was a 2020 and 2021. So it was 1 year old. The car was 1 year old. Okay. And this is when I had first started learning this about the emotions towards manifesting. I had just started learning this. So I had my board up on my wall. I promise you, I'm gonna show y'all the picture of my vision board with my car on the vision board. And I say this all the time. The car jumped off the board because it was a magazine picture, because that's what I did. I went and found the picture, me and my daughter, to the color. My car is the color that I want. It's black on black on black because that's what I wanted. And that's what I got. It jumped right off my vision board from me picturing myself driving it. I pictured myself driving it, what my kids would look like in it, how we would, I just kept doing it. And it jumped right off of my vision board and it's sitting right in my driveway. Didn't have a job. And didn't give them a down payment. How it happened, I can't tell you other than I mastered the emotion because I was experimenting. And when you experiment with something, you go all out because you're like, okay, well, let's try. Like, the doubt doesn't come in because you're like, okay, let me master this emotion. I was more concerned about mastering emotions than actually getting the actual car. Master the emotion. Become the master of the emotion you want to invoke. Then invoke it for that specific thing that you are asking for, seeking, and the door that you are knocking on. The opportunity that you want. What does it feel like to sit in the conference room and sign the contract? What color is the pen? What font are the letters on the contract printed in? Did they offer you bottled water when you came in? Did they have a wine cooler in the office? And because when they sign deals, they celebrate with wine or champagne. What does the office smell like when you walked in? I'm telling you, all of that to the littlest detail, because that is what makes things real to us. Those details that we leave out, that's what you got to use to get there, to trick your mind. To trick your mind. That's it. That's all you're doing. You are going to take that emotion that you are mastering, and the emotion that you're feeling is satisfied, overwhelmed, celebration, whatever that emotion is that you would feel in receiving the thing that you were asking for, that you were seeking, that you were knocking on the door for. You are going to feel that to its brim. You are going to feel that to the highest point or degree of what that emotion feels like a woman or a man jumping up because they can't believe they won the lottery. And you're going to hold that emotion, and then you are going to start to bring in the details for your mind. The contract was printed and it looked like this. The letters were block letters and they were small letters, and I had to use my glasses when I was reading exactly what it said. And they offered me the exact amount that I asked for with the exact amendments that I asked for. And when I was ready to sign, such and such handed me the pen, and I said, ooh, it's kind of a nice pen. Or I said, ooh, this was kind of a cheap pen for this type of office. They could have gave me a better pen. I was looking forward to such and such. But when I wrote, the ink went across the paper and it was so smooth. And when I wrote this, and then when I said that, and this is the date. Come on, Spirit. Yeah, that's good. Yeah, that's good. I mean, every detail. If you truly want the thing you're asking for, seeking and knocking, and you do this thing, I don't know how far you could get with it. I just want you to come back and tell me what happened. Because I promise you, mastering that emotion. Okay, if you don't believe it, watch the next time you get upset. Watch the next time you get in your feelings about something, or agitated or aggravated, and watch you don't knock something over or break something, or you miss something, or you forget something. You be like, dang, if it ain't one thing, it's another. No, it's all things, because that one thing calls the other, because that's the frequency in, because that's the vibration that you're putting out to the universe, and the universe has to give you what you put out, because it does not decipher between I want and I don't want. It only understands what you're doing, what you're feeling. It's not, well, she's feeling upset because she did not want love. No. Upset, no love. That's what the universe is about to give you. Upset, no love. I promise you, if you get upset, you get anxious about something, and you just agitated. You know what I'm saying? You just agitated. You'll knock something over. And people make jokes about this. I see people make jokes about this. They even make TikTok videos about when you upset and your purse strap get caught on the door. And you be like, that's the last straw. The emotion is so strong, it's dragging annoyance to you. When you are annoyed, more things will annoy you. And you just think it's because you annoyed. It's because you are annoyed, the universe has to annoy you, because that's what you are. That is what you are, what you are feeling. You are that. You are your frequency. You are your vibration. I know we believe that we are our body. We believe that we are this body, but you are your frequency. You are your vibration. You are your energy. You are your spirit. You are your soul, whatever you want to call it. That's what you are. Come on, man. Wow, that is good. Murphy's Law. It can go wrong. It will go wrong. Please say that. If it can go wrong, it will go wrong. But because we live in this universe, right? And everything has to have an equal or opposite effect. If Murphy's Law say, if it can go wrong, it will go wrong. The opposite and equal effect of that is, if it can go right, it will go right. But if you over here on this side of the frequency where things will go wrong, if they can go wrong, that's what's going to happen to you. And we human. We human. We all do this. I still do this. I still do this. But if I jump, like we like to talk about time travel, we like to talk about timeline jumping. And then what if I told you that it was just as easy as you mastering an emotion and tapping into your emotion, and that you didn't have to necessarily make it a long, drawn-out process. All you had to do was understand that you are the master of your emotions. And just like I allowed the emotion of agitation and aggravation to flow through me, you literally have the power to say, I don't feel agitation and anger anymore. Because what I feel now is satisfaction, relaxation, and calmness. Do you have to practice a thing? Yes, you do. Is it going to be as hard as you think it is? No, it's not. You know why? Because you don't know anything better than you know yourself. You don't know anything better than you know your own thoughts. You don't know anything better than you know your emotions. Even if you don't know what you really like, or you don't know how to express it, I promise you on the inside you do. You just don't want to say it out loud. You don't know anything better than you know your own emotions. So master your emotions. And as you master your emotions, keep asking, seeking, and knocking. You will be there at the divine time, doing the thing that you love to do, doing the thing that you want to do when your time comes. And that thing will jump right out of your consciousness into your current reality. If it don't happen and you are doing and you're doing it the way that it's meant to be done, which is very simple, you don't got to add no extra onto it, and you are, disclaimer, in alignment with spirit, and you are in alignment with spirit, if it doesn't happen, the world gonna come to an end, because all laws of the universe have been broken, including the ones in the Bible. It's over. It's a wrap, y'all. It's a wrap. It's been good. If you are doing this thing, and this to me feels like, why, when I was searching for manifestation, right? Because I've been on this journey a long time. Okay? Reading, learning. I have been to, I don't even know how many places. Churches I have read. I went so far as to start learning Aramaic and Hebrew to decipher the Bible, because I was seeking the information and I was going to get it. I was going to understand The hidden things of the Spirit. I was going to understand. And that took me on this part of my journey. And I got into crystals, and I learned about tarot, and I learned about this, and I learned about that, and then I heard about manifestation. And I was like, well, this is all sound like the same stuff. They just using different words. Everybody using different words. And prayer and manifestation is all different things. But the one thing that I learned, and that I didn't hear a lot of when I learned it, so I thought, well, maybe this is just a thing I need to do, is about the emotion behind it. Okay, we don't talk about it in the religious sector as much, but I promise you, if you were raised in the church, let's say you're a church kid, or you had a church experience or religious experience, prayer is emotional. It's very acceptable to invoke emotion and passion into your prayers in a religious environment, right? And a lot of times you'll hear people come back and give their testimony. And I know we like to say in the secular world that prayer doesn't work, and you've been praying for this and you ain't still got. That's not true. It's the same law for manifestation as it is for prayer. But it's more acceptable to invoke emotion into your prayer in a religious setting, because that's an acceptable ritual that we use. So yeah, I can cry tears when I'm praying. And you know what people gonna say? Yes, God. Come on, Holy Spirit. They're liable to believe that prayer. And because they believe that prayer, they pull their energy into mine, and they make that frequency stronger. So if you use the word manifestation and you decided to take the emotion out of it, you took out the secret sauce. You took out the secret sauce. Go back and get it. Go back and get the secret sauce. Come on, Spirit. Yeah. I had went so far as to when Spirit brought that back to my remembrance. And it's a spiritual thing. This a deep thing, Spirit said. This a deep thing, and Spirit called us to the deeps. Deep called us to the deep with this. I don't know what this is, but deep called us to the deep with this. In your body, if you don't have an understanding of anatomy. And disclaimer, I am not a physician. Spirit told me to say this. I'm not a physician, and I'm not providing any type of medical advice. And please reach out to a medical professional if you have any type of medical issues. I am not a medical professional. Back to our regular schedule. If you don't understand anatomy, go and get a picture of an anatomical correct picture of the body and the organs in the body. But if you are worried, if you are actively working on something that's a dis-ease or illness, Spirit said, picture the organ in your body, picture what it looks like diseased, and then command it to start to transform into whatever the picture of a healthy version of that looks like, and do it over and over and over. Keep knocking, keep asking, keep knocking, keep asking, keep seeking, and do it over and over and over again. Picture that organ, that spot, that whatever is happening, that dis-ease in your body. What does it look like as a healthy organ? Make that organ transform in your mind into what it looks like as a healthy organ, and do it over and over again. As you're asking Spirit to heal you, as you're seeking the right foods to eat, Because don't count spirit out when it comes to the tangible things of life, like the food, because spirit has designed everything divinely to do a specific thing. So for your condition, there is a food that you can consume that will align with what you're asking. There is a herb that grows from the earth that is aligned specifically with the thing that you are asking spirit to do. It's true. That's all I can say. How you doing, Mr. Bimmel? While you are picturing the healthy version of what that organ looks like every day, every night, you are working the manifestation. You are working the feeling of what it feels like for the doctor to come back to you and say everything's a-okay, what that feeling feels like. And while you are working that emotion, while you are mastering that emotion, you are also seeking the food that you are supposed to eat to support that alignment, the herb that you are supposed to ingest to support that alignment, the particular thing that you are supposed to be doing physically to support that alignment. Ooh. Hey girl, my name is Zari. Your future birth doula. I like that. A birth doula. I used to ask God, was I a death doula? Now that sounds crazy, right? But it doesn't if you understand, because as in birth, so is in death. It is a transition from one world to the next. Whether you happen to be coming into this one from the other, or you're leaving this one and going into the other. So it's still a transition. And there are people that are called to walk you on that transition. And that's a rough job. And I would imagine that you would have to master your emotions to be good at being a doula. Yeah. No, death doulas are real. Yeah, they are. You should consider it as a career. That's possible. That was good. That porridge was good. Especially when Spirit was talking about that mastering the emotions and what that actually means. That was, you know, you learn stuff. I am constantly consuming information, right? No, death doulas are real. You should consider, I already read that. I constantly am consuming information because, again, I learned this today. I did ask for wisdom. And if you ask, you shall receive. And I did seek out the secret things of the Spirit. And if you seek, you shall find. And I did knock on the door of opportunity and say, God, if you send me, I'll go. I'm on the way. I'm on the way. Right? You ain't miss much. Like she never lived. Yeah. So, especially, I don't know, when you came in with the doula thing, for some reason that pulled on me about the doula. And it kind of like for me coincide because, again, like I said, I did seek out the hidden things of the Spirit. So sometimes things touch me in a way that may not touch other people. But for you to be a birth doula, it just kind of, you know, that's I don't know how I want to say that. It's a responsibility that a lot of people will never carry. And if you are sincere in that, I want to say thank you. Because I don't know if we truly understand in this modern society the act of transitioning from one world to the next. you know, the act of it, the participation in that, to be able to help a spirit cross worlds. Even though we only talk about crossing over and transitioning in death, but it's the same. Spirit said it's the same energy that brings the life into, right, into our reality, is the same energy or the frequency, even though we don't want to say that. I know that doesn't sound, I know that doesn't sound like something you want to correlate, but it's true. The same creation energy that transitions that new life into our reality is the same creation energy that transitions the spirit into the one that we cannot perceive. And it's you know, it's something that I appreciate, that feel that calling, and I wish you well on that journey. I wish you great understanding in the place that you hold, in the space that you will hold in those moments. And even when it gets to be routine for you because you've done it over and over, I pray that it never becomes common to you. I pray that escorting a spirit from one world to the next never becomes common to you. Never. That it never becomes common. And that every time you do it, it's like the first time. And your senses are just as sharp as they were the first time you did it. And you're just as excited and you're just as tuned in as the first time. I hope it never becomes common to you. Because what you're going to be doing, if you're not already doing, is not common. Not in the spirit world. Maybe in our, like maybe in regular world, it's common for people to have babies. But it's definitely not common. Yeah. How can I do what? So yeah, we talked about that. And I don't know if I can't, what was it? I can only remember the word doula, but I think it was your first doula or my first, oh no, your future birth doula. Girl, you are dropping gems for me. Yeah, I was trying to hold you. Yeah. I just wanted to make sure. Because, yeah. Like, yeah, I felt that immensely for you. I don't know why though. Okay, yeah, I just clicked on your thing and now I know why. Watch my purpose unfold. Yeah. Come on, tribe. Yeah. I do. Ooh, girl, you got me stuttering. I don't know what this praise that keep bubbling up out of my body. I pray that your hands are blessed. This has to be alignment with spirit because I would never. I pray that your hands are blessed. I pray that your hands are blessed with power to heal. I pray that every encounter with a new spirit is like new anointing, like fresh oil on you, that you never ever get tired of it, that the word is complacent is what I've been searching for, that you will never become complacent. Never become complacent in the purpose that you have chosen. I pray you are never complacent in it, and that your hands are blessed, that your hands are anointed by the Spirit, that your hands are filled with purpose. I pray your mind is sharp. I pray in those moments that you are so tuned in, tapped in, turned on to the Spirit, that you can hear every command, every instruction, turn which way to turn the woman, which way to move this way, the temperature. I pray that you are so tuned in to the Spirit that it becomes almost, what does the Spirit want to say? That it becomes a spiritual experience to be a part of the experience of having you as a doula. Yeah, that's what I pray. I pray that. Yeah. And that's all. Yeah. Because you are transitioning that life into this world, and I don't know what that life is meant to do. We don't know. But I know someone had to pick up the mantle. I'm not gonna do it. And I love babies, but I'm not taking that mantle on of birthday baby, helping women birth babies. But somebody needs to do it. And not only does somebody need to do it, the right somebody needs to do it. So you came in here for a reason, and I made a promise that I was not going to hold back. I was not going to hold back, and I am not. Thank you. You are truly anointed. I appreciate that. That I was not going to hold back. Yeah. Yeah. And what's the point? What's the point of me holding back is what Spirit's saying. What is the point of me holding back unless I think that I have to be the one to make the things come into a fruition? Then that becomes ego. If I think that I need to use my power to make the things of the Spirit manifest, that's just ego. That's just ego. Give it to him. Yeah, that's just ego. So you say you said you're a doula. I don't know what you have prayed in your secret time. I don't even know if you pray, to be honest. I don't know who is the God of your understanding. But if you came in here, it ain't by chance. And there was something for you, and there's something, it was a reason that you were connected in this moment. And if not, it's too late to turn back now, because we already called it so. It's too late to turn back now. If we call things as though they were. So if I call a red flower, if I say it's a red flower and it happens to be green when I first started calling it red, it's red now. It's red now. Yeah. I pray supernatural healing over your hands. That they heat up with the anointing. That they heat up with healing power. Literally heat up. I made a pray. I'm a spiritualist. Yeah. I pray they heat up with supernatural power and healing for the job that you are going out to do. And I thank you, Spirit. I thank you, Spirit, because I asked you to bring people to like you said, I asked for my tribe. And that is something that the God knows that I have utmost respect for doulas. I do. I really do. Because not only are you courageous, because a lot of people try to discredit doulas because they do it. A lot of them are moving in spirituality out of the old ways, and because they aren't going about it the Western way, people try to discredit them. But before there were obstetricians and gynecologists, there had to be doulas. Now maybe they weren't called doulas. I don't know. I never studied that, but there had to be a woman who took responsibility for bringing the children into the world, in the village, in our community, in our collective. So yeah, that's the closest God you can get on earth. Welcome. So I don't know how long I've been on, and But yeah, I don't know. That beginning was good to me. Thousands of years ago, doulas were called wise women. Come on now. Yeah. That was good. Keep asking, keep seeking, and knocking, right? Keep asking, keep seeking, and keep knocking. Master your emotions. Master your emotions to the point to where you can call them in or push them away at will. Any way that you want. So that you can use them properly in regards to your prayer, your manifestations, and the desires of your heart. Right? If that's not true, the Bible says that you can get rid of offenses out of your heart. I heard a prayer one time when I was younger that I said, I just asked God to let all offenses of life that come towards me just wash through my heart like water. If the offense comes, just let it go. Just let it go. Just let it go. Just let it go. Because it's a hindrance to me, to what I'm doing. It's a hindrance. That emotion, offense, does not help me to manifest anything. That offense does not help me in my prayer. It does not help me in my purpose. It does not help me to align with spirit. So I just need to get rid of it. It's not important. It has no purpose. And so I thank spirit for allowing me to receive the things that I asked for allowing me to find the information that I was seeking, and to open the doors that I have knocked upon. And I feel gratitude as the emotion. And I feel thankfulness as the emotion. I call up the feeling of gratitude. I call up the feeling of thankfulness. And I put in my mind's eye the thing that I am most thankful for in this moment. And I see with my mind's eye the things that I am so grateful for. And that doesn't always mean that you're putting in your mind's eye what you consider tangible in your right now. Right? They are just that, the things that you are grateful for, and you see it in your mind's eye. Because like I said before, your mind does not know the difference. Your mind doesn't know the difference. If the emotion lines up with the thought, truly your mind has no way to decipher whether this moment is actually happening, like whether you're actually going to this place, whether you're actually a business owner, or you're just thinking it up. You're playing make-believe, as children would say. The mind has no way to decipher that. That's why I always used to say about time traveling in regards to trauma. You travel yourself back in time over and over and over again when you ruminate on something that caused you trauma. And I tell people to always be very careful. That doesn't mean you cannot share with a professional, with a group of a support group. But you want to be careful of how many times you cause yourself to relive the trauma of something over and over again in your mind, because your body and your mind cannot tell the difference of whether you are reliving it through a ruminating thought or it's actually happening in that moment. So at this point, how many times have you relived that moment? And how many times have you taken your body through the stress of that trauma when it only actually physically happened in the world once. Okay? The thing only happened once, but when you, and this is why the healing journey is so important to me, because we don't know this. And it's okay. And it's okay. And it's okay. It's okay. It's okay about the things that we don't know. But when you do know, we want to do it a different way. And why I say that is because in regards to healing and trauma, or just heartbreak and betrayal, I'll use something not so deep. A betrayal, a friend betrays you. And that feeling, that's a deep emotion to feel. Betrayal is a very deep emotion to feel. It can run the gamut of feelings. But it happened once. The betrayal happened once in the actual physical. But every time you relive it in a conversation with someone, because you're telling someone what they did, or you're gossiping to the person about what this friend did, or you're just sitting up to yourself ruminating over it, you are putting your mind and your body through the trauma over and over again. Because again, like I said, the body and the mind does not know that your mind does not know that it's not happening to you again. Your mind does not know that feeling of betrayal is not happening to you again. So you're doing it. You're reliving it over and over and over again, right? And it's easy for us to do it when we think of it in the negative way. We do it unconsciously when it's something negative. When it's something that makes us anxious, when it's something that makes us upset, we'll relive the conversation, the words that person said, the look on their face. We do it unconsciously when it's in the negative. And then we have to be intentional when we do it in the positive, right? And then we don't believe it can work. We don't even believe in it when it comes to doing it on the opposite end of the spectrum. But it does. And it is real. And you can master those emotions and make them do and serve the purpose that you want. And sometimes I feel like I'm repeating myself, but I'm burning a little Palo Santo. Yeah. So in your asking, also make sure you're sitting with yourself and putting yourself in, I don't know what you want to call it. Call it a trance. Call it a trance if that's what you want to call it. Call it meditation. I don't care what the words are. Okay? And put yourself in the mood, in the consciousness of the version of you that has received the thing that you asked for, of the version of you that has received the information that you were seeking, of the version of you that the door was open for things. And put yourself and your consciousness into that moment. Travel to that moment. Use the emotions that will come along with that. Excitement, fulfillment, satisfaction. You're going on vacation. What does the sun feel like in that place? What did the food taste like in the restaurant? And we have a lot of technology nowadays to help you to do these things. So if you want to go somewhere and you've never been there, you can literally Google the place. You can Google down to what it would look like to walk through the streets of a place. Seriously. The restaurants in the area of where you want to stay, the names of them, the menu in that place. What a time to be alive. What a time to manifest. When all the information you need, the details to put yourself in a state of consciousness of being there, you can literally find it at your fingertips. Now, so I went and researched the menu at a restaurant in a country that I am manifesting my vacation to, or I am manifesting the move to. And then I'm saying, okay, and I'm ordering this. And the conversation with the waiter felt like this. And we laughed at that. And this is the person that's sitting next to me. And when the ravioli touched my mouth, or when I felt, or when I first tasted the sensations, what did it feel like? Was it creamy? Was it too salty, actually? What was the consistency of the meal that you had in the restaurant, in the country that you're in? All of the little small details, do it. Do it over and over and over and over again until it becomes like second nature to you. Do it until you are there. Do it until you experience the thing that you have been doing over and over again, that you have been asking for, seeking, and knocking for. Do it. I don't know why I keep hearing that, but do it. Do it. I promise you, you will not be disappointed. And guess what? Seriously, and if it doesn't happen, I mean, at least you get the experience of feeling good during that time frame. Because let's be clear, in this day and age, you need things to feel good about. We need things to raise our vibrations sometimes. So what's wrong with that? We don't care when kids play make-believe. Nobody ever runs into a kid's room and tells them that the plastic hot dog is not real. Nobody ever runs in and kicks over a kid's play kitchen and says, you're not cooking real food. This is not real. We never do that when kids are playing make-believe. If anything, we think it's the most magical thing that we experience as adults is to watch the innocence of a kid play make-believe. To dream in a dream world. In a dream state, they play make-believe. And you'll go so far as to play with them and eat the food that they cooked as if it was real, knowing full well this food, you can't eat this plastic hot dog. But we never do that to kids. We encourage that imagination. We encourage them to play make-believe that way. We encourage them to make spaceships out of boxes. And we tell them that they went to the moon. And nobody ever comes around and stomps the box and say, this is not a spaceship. That's not real. If anything, you might get behind the box and start pushing the baby in the box. Like, baby, we're going to make it even more real. I'm going to give you some momentum. I'm going to give you, as Fly say, I'm going to give you some motion. And now they gone to the moon. And that feeling, the unadulterated joy that they have, they just laugh and they giggle. And they just, they went to the moon. They were satisfied. And they believe it. And we learned before that if you believe a thing and you behave that way, you become it. So you go right ahead and you play your make-believe. You play your make-believe until people come and ask you to teach them how to play make-believe. You play your make-believe until the people around you try to connect with you so that you will teach them. Yes, believe, behave, become. Dr. Joe Dispenza. Believe, behave, become. You go right ahead and play your make-believe and behave that way until you become it. Until they come to you, those doubters, until they come to you and say, teach me how to play make-believe. Show me how you did it, Chantel. Show me. Show me how you did this. Because, at this point, it just seems like it's some type of magic going on around you. I do, I will, I am. Yeah. You go right ahead and put yourself in that spot. You go right ahead and do it. And you do it and you do it and do it until it becomes second nature to you. And it doesn't take as long as it used to take to conjure up the emotions. Because sometimes it does. It does. Sometimes when you're first starting out, your mind want to override you. Your mind wants to override the spirit. And it takes you a little while to conjure up what it feels like. Because I used to struggle with that when I was doing it with water. I would do it with water. That's a thing for another day. Putting the vibration and the frequency into the water, because water is the most powerful conduit and it holds the energy for you and it remembers. The water remembers. Right? The water remembers. So you may even hear like some older folks will tell you to go to the water sometimes or whatever, or it's a good thing to, yeah, that's the reason I moved to the water remembers. And it used to be hard when I was doing the water manifestations and putting the frequency in the water. I would find it hard to conjure up the emotion that I needed for the prayer, for the emotion. But if you do a thing over and over again, you become it. Like we just said, if you believe that you can do that, if you believe you are doing it, you will behave like you are, and then you will become it. And now, it's not as hard as it used to be. It could be a little easier because sometimes I fall off the track, but you know what? I thank God, the ancestors, my spirit guides, for bringing it back to my remembrance, and for you allowing me in your space, and for you all allowing me to have an opportunity to express in my purpose. And I don't take that lightly. I appreciate your spirit, your energy being open and gracious to me and allowing me to express in my purpose and giving me space for that. I appreciate that, and I appreciate you. I don't take it lightly. I don't care what platform it's on, if it's even if we meet in the physical. I appreciate you allowing me space to express in my purpose. But yeah, the water remembers, it's a powerful conduit, and it can hold the energy for you. So when you do find yourself being able to tap into those mastered emotions, put it in the water. Speak it to the water. Put it in the water. And then give it to the body. Right? Put it in the water. Speak it to the water. Make sure you're in that flow, though, that frequency, that energy, because you're going to give it back to yourself to remember, because you are water. You're going to remember. You're going to put it in there and you're going to drink it. But make sure you're in that flow. You mastered that emotion. You mastered your emotions to a point that you can conjure them up on demand is the word I'm looking for. On demand. You know how you bring a movie up from on demand? Because you specifically can choose whenever you want to, and you can watch that thing whenever you want to, or rewind it and go back because it's on demand. As I command it to be. Mastered the emotion of bringing up financial stability. Maybe that's I don't know. And you put it in the water, give it to the water, and then give it to the body. Only give to the body the good, though. Don't go in there with your feelings hurt and stuff and angry and upset and give it to the water and then give it back to yourself. Don't do that. Don't do that. So yeah, it is what it is. I wish I know that everybody wasn't here in the beginning, and I have no idea. I don't think TikTok saves lives, but I feel like if you came in at the time that you came in, that was what was for you. We did go a hot and heavy on the topic of manifestation and mastering your emotions. And that tied into you asking, seeking, and knocking and doing it at the right time in the right moment. And yesterday, and I'm just going to call it like it is. Yesterday, my team started something. Miss Lynn and Uncertainty Lounge started the calling it out. I'm not sure exactly what it was because I didn't actually drop what it was. But I would like for that to happen too as well. If you all feel that's aligned with your spirit, to calling it out. Because what's the point of getting us all aligned energetically if we're not going to ask, if we're not going to seek, if we're not going to knock? So I know mine is, and I'm asking you and everybody here that's aligned with me to energetically connect with no harm to any, right? That you all come into alignment with me and lend me your energy in this request, because I am getting ready to go. I am getting ready to move, and I would like for that process to be smooth. And so that is what I am asking for. That is what I am seeking. That is the door that I am knocking on. Jill said, I call all our gifts to the forefront so we can heal this world. What is the thing that you have been praying for, manifesting the desire of your heart with no harm to any? What is that thing? If you don't want to put the specific thing in there, drop a red heart as a representation of it. Spirit knows all things. I call the moving peace for you. Thank you. I appreciate it, and I believe that. What is the thing that you are praying for, that you have been manifesting, that is the desire of your heart with no harm to any? Think on it. Think on that thing. Think on it and feel it. Feel the feeling that you feel in your body when you know you have it. If it was already done, what would it feel like in your body? What does that person feel like from being on this person that didn't have it to the person that now has that? What does that feel like? What joy would you get from that? How would your speech change? Your conversation change? How would the confidence that you feel? How would the anxiety level change for you? How would you dress? The thing that you are praying for, manifesting, the desire of your heart with no harm to any. We call it down into your current reality, into your right now moment. The thing that you are praying for, manifesting, the desire of your heart with no harm to any. We call it into your current reality, into your right now moment. One last time. The thing that you are praying for, get on this train. Put it in your mind's eye. Taste it, smell it, feel it, touch it. Reach out right now and put it in your mind's eye. The thing that you are praying for, the thing that you are manifesting, the thing that you desire in your heart with no harm to any. We, us, together, our aligned energy, our energy stacked up on top of each other. We call it into your current reality, into your right now, your divine moment. In Jesus' name. Yeah. Into your right now moment. I hope you got on that train. I got on it with you. Ashe. All of that. Stamped in Jesus' name. Amen. Whatever your prescription is, whatever your medicine is, the God of your understanding, in Jesus' name. Yeah. Anointing flows into the words. In Jesus' name. Ashe. Done. Stamped. All of that. Yeah. Thank you. You are more than welcome. And I'm saying you're welcome, but you know, I don't really have nothing to do with it. Because I am you, you are me. Your energy, it's you. You did it. Yeah. I'm going to be so bold. I'm going to be so bold as to say, I can't wait. I can't wait to see these things happen. I cannot wait to get the report. I can't wait. And I know it doesn't have to be grand, but it's going to do my soul so good. I truly believe in this. I truly believe that coming together and aligning our energies together in a concentrated fashion, in a focused target. Girl, you just said, I don't even know what that was. It just went down my spine. Not to mean me the manifestation midwife. Girl, you better leave me alone. Yes, in a concentrated form, in a targeted fashion, focused. Coming together, you and me, I am you, you are me, deal with it. That's life, that's the universe, that's one consciousness. We just all got different clothes and suits to dress up in as the same energy. And we all got to express in different ways, but we are one. Coming together for the good of the collective with no harm to any, and pulling things out of the atmosphere into our current reality for the good of the collective. I believe in this. I believe in this thing. So I'm going to behave like I believe in it so that it can become. I appreciate y'all. I really appreciate y'all. I appreciate you. I appreciate you. And we're going to get ready to go. Praise again. Yeah, I was just getting ready. Let me tell y'all, my team be on point. Because y'all took the words out my mouth. I said, I'm going to get ready to close. Let me pray. And I'm going to pray the same prayer I always pray. Holy Spirit, holy angels, divine guides, and archangels, sent to us for our highest and greatest good. Grant us wisdom on this journey. Lend us your peace during our times of uncertainty, and open our eyes to the seen and unseen things concerning ourselves and our loved ones for our highest and greatest good. Amen. Ashe, so mote it be. Good night. Good night. Good night.